How to make your mobile video look like this into this. Stay tuned. Hey! Welcome back to another video, and I'm glad na bumalik ka or kinilik mo to. Anyway, you've already read the title, but majority of you are still asking what is this video all about. This is a YouTube tips for beginners kind of thing. Well, dito sa video na to, I'm going to teach you on how you will improve your mobile vlogging game. It's more like i-improve lang natin yung itsura ng videos mo that was captured sa mobile phone. We're going to switch later to an iPhone. But the thing is, this is the phone that I have. But on this video or on this tutorial, it will apply to every kind of mobile device or mobile phones that can capture 1080p. At least. Or 720. Mag-a-apply yun. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, let's switch with the... Did it just blink? Let's switch with the mobile phone quality. Now, as you can see, this is me on a mobile phone device. The reason why it's not syncing or it's different is because I'm still recording using the microphone that I have. So, kung mapapansin nyo, this is taken with an iPhone X or iPhone 10. Now, we're going to switch now dun sa workstation ko and show you how will I edit this and make it look somewhat similar sa gamit kong camera. Anyway guys, disclaimer lang na the result might vary on which editing software you're using. I'm just going to give you the basic way on how you will treat your mobile video vlogging game. Okay? So if we're good with that, then let's proceed. Hey guys, so welcome to my station or editing station. Okay, so as you can see, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, if you have a different editing software like Sony Vegas, KineMaster Pro, or Filmora, there are still some settings that might apply to the software that you're using, but I highly encourage to use either Sony Vegas Pro or Adobe Premiere Pro because there's a lot of function that you can use to improve your video, and that's what exactly kung ano yung gagawin natin dito. Okay, now if you're an Adobe Premiere Pro user, then follow me as simple as that. Okay, so first of all, we're going to locate this icon called New Item. We're going to create an adjustment layer, but I already created one. So once you created that, you will pull the adjustment layer at the top of your clip that you want to improve. So once nasa taas na siya, then that's fine. The reason why we're going to use an adjustment layer and not going directly sa clip is if in case we're going to make changes, we can just remove it and hindi madadama yung mismong clip. Unlike na if isa clip natin siya mismo i-edit, then there are some chances na hindi natin ma-recover or hindi na natin mako-control Z or undo yung changes na yon. So, make sure to always use adjustment layer. Okay, now na nag-adjustment layer na or you have used adjustment layer, go to the color tab over at the top. Now, if you're using other software, just make sure to find this section or these settings where you can adjust exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, etc. Because this is the majority of the settings that we're going to use. Okay, now as you can see, the image is a little bit parang sobrang tingkad. So what I will do is to put the contrast to the negative side. Maybe around 80. Ayan. So as right off the bat, mapapansin nyo na nag-improve siya compare before. So, I'm gonna let you see or take a peek. See? Mas okay. Mas kita yung mukha ko, mas may details, etc. Now, the exposure for me is fine. But if you want na medyo padilimin siya, you can just adjust the exposure a little bit. So, for me, I'm going to put it on a -5. So, yeah. So, medyo better. Now, for the highlights, since this is a mobile phone, there's not much that we can do. If we put the highlights sobra, then you will see that sobrang dilim niya. So what I would say is put your highlights on this kind is a little bit 10. You can experiment on the highlights and see kung anong mas prefer sa taste nyo. I'm going to put it a little bit on the 10th or positive 10 slider something. Yan. For shadows, I'm going to pull it to the negative side a little bit. Maybe around 20. Yan. Para ma-exage yung shadow ko sa likod and dun sa gilid ng face ko. So, yun. For the whites, I'm going to reduce it a little bit kasi parang sobrang puti ko. Yan. So, 20 then. For the black, as you can see, I'm wearing black shirt. I have a black mat, I have a black camera, and I have this black thingy. So, I want to exage on the black. So, but not so much. So, yan. So, I'm going to... Yan. So, you can see, way better. Diba? Yan. Compare dun sa kanina nating scenario. Okay, I think I'm going to put the exposure back to 0 for this one. Okay, so... Yeah. Masyado ako maputi, so I'm going to lower my whites. Yan. So, compare kanina. Ngayon, sakto lang. Okay, now we're going to adjust the box a little bit more. Not so much. Yan. So, for me, okay na yan. As I said, there are limitation on how much you can adjust because, yun nga, we're not using any lug profile and we're using only mobile phones. Now, let's move on sa creative side. Now, if you're using other software, you might not have this. But if you're using Adobe Premiere Pro, then follow this step. Okay, so I'm going to put the sharpening around 20. It will make the video a little bit crisper than natural. Then I'm going to apply a faded film effect. Maybe around 40. Ayan. The reason why I applied it is I'm trying to mimic yung lug profile. Yung alam niyo yung medyo sa mga videos ng ibang YouTuber na medyo faded or ibang cinematic shots. Then yeah, you can apply this effect and have a little bit better result. Ang mangyayari kasi when you apply faded film is it will take some details but it will make your video look better. A little bit better. So you will notice that when I applied the faded film, mas naging okay siya. Now, if you're going to look before, compare now, it looks more professional na katulad na siya nung ginagamit kong camera. Yan. So, pretty much, that's it. Yun na yun eh. Nothing much. Pwede nyo siyang paglaruan yung saturation if you want a little bit more dull color. You can desaturate it. But if you want a little bit saturation, you can do that. It's really up to you. Yan. So, pretty much, that's it. That's how simple you can make your video a little bit professional. And that's it. I know it's not that hard or that might be complicated sa iba, but for me, it's the most basic thing that you can do to improve the quality of your mobile videos or mobile vlogging game. Now, it will take practice, of course, and you know, your own style to build what you want to look. Just don't just try to mimic what I did, but try to experiment. It's just a sample and a tip for you to get going. And before we actually go, I just want to say that thank you so much for supporting the channel. We have reached 1,000 subscribers milestone, and the next would be the monetization milestone. And make sure to stay tuned on this channel because we're going to have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway very, very soon. Okay. Anyway, guys, I hope you learned something on this video, and if you do, press thumbs up and consider subscribing for more videos like this. Once again, this is me, Kyber, signing out. Peace!